bless you, child of God. If you are new to the platform, you are welcome. May the peace of the Lord be upon your life. Now, today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get closer to God as a Christian, as a believer, as a servant of God. Now, and I'm going to give you some specific tips for you to follow in order for you to be closer with God as a servant of God. Now, listen. When a man is closer with God, that man begins to authorize the realm of the spirit. When you are being closer with God, everything in your life will be very so smooth and very so reliable in the path of righteousness. Now, when you be closer with God, there is no weapon, no affliction could be able to hinder you. Neither the altar of darkness, neither the projection of darkness could be able to hinder you, because God is not by your side. When you be closer with God, this is the realm whereby God will begin to reveal some certain things for you to do. God began to reveal the direction for you to follow in the structure of life. When you be closer with God, God began to show himself to you. In whatsoever thing that you're about to do, when a man be closer with God, whatsoever thing that you're about to do that has it aligned, or maybe at the end it's not going to make sense, then God has to reveal. God is going to reveal to you what is going to happen at the end of this step that you want to take. Now, I'm going to list some specific things for you to do if you want to be closer with God. Number one thing for you to do if you want to be closer with God, you have to live a life of righteousness. Living a life of righteousness signifies a life of purity. A believer living a life of purity, that's what it means. You know what is good, you know what is bad, you know what is right, and you know what is wrong. So you have to live a life of righteousness. Practice a life of righteousness. And you have to pull yourself out of the wrong things. Pull yourself out of the things that are bad. Pull yourself out of the things that hasn't aligned with the will of God. So you place yourself in the circle of righteousness. Then the second thing for you to do if you want to be closer with God, you must make prayer as your lifestyle. Because prayer is a means of you building a strong intimacy between you and God. Building your relationship between you and God. So you have to make prayer as your lifestyle if you want to be closer with God as a servant of God, as a Christian, as a believer. Prayer is what you have to make as your lifestyle. Now listen, when you make prayer as your lifestyle, prayer becomes your appetite of seeking the Spirit in the presence of God. When you make prayer as your lifestyle, it's going to be a part of you, a body inside you. At the first time, it might sound difficult, it might be difficult or strange to you. But when it be a body in you, this began to be the part of your life. Just as some people make some certain things as their lifestyle. So it's going to be a part of your life. So you have to make prayer as your lifestyle, as a servant of God, as a Christian, if you want to be closer with God. Because this is the atmosphere that will enable you to build your relationship between you and God very close and very strong. That's the number 2 thing. Number 3 thing for you to do if you want to be closer with God, servant of God, you must be first of all closer in the fellowship of God. You must be closer in the house of God. You must be very close. You and the fellowship, you and the activity of God, you must not be far from the activity of God. God dwelleth, God revealed himself in the house of fellowship. God revealed himself in the house of fellowship. God dwell in the place of prayer. God dwell in the place of salvation. So you must be closer. You must be very, very close in the place of salvation. When we are talking about salvation, we are talking about your church, your Sabbath day. In the church where you used to fellowship with. Bible study, fasting and prayer, worship program, those services that always occur in your Sabbath. Be active. You must be very, very active in those Sabbaths, in those services. That's the number 3 thing for you to do if you want to be closer with God. Then number 4 thing for you to do, the last and not the least, child of God. If you want to be close with God and you want to hear from God, you want God to be closer with you, you don't want God to be far from you. Now you must be persistent in the circle of your Bible study. In every passage, in every paragraph of the Bible study, the voice of God is there. So when you are persistent in the paragraph of the Bible study, God can initially speak to you when you are studying your Bible. So you must be persistent in this circle, in this atmosphere. I mentioned 4 things for you to do if you want to be closer with God. So servants of God, my advice for you is for you to be practice, to be this, to key in this circle that I just made sure that use your head now. And when you could be able to add this burden to yourself, then God will be very, very close with you. God bless you, child of God. I believe this video touched somewhere in your life. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Subscribe to this channel so that whenever a powerful video comes up like this, you'll be notified immediately. Share this video to your friends and family. Whatsoever you learned on this video, what do you learn on this video? Drop it in the comment section. God bless you.